Hello everyone, and welcome back to Monaco, What's Yours is Mine, for quite possibly what might be the final episode. We are doing the mission Hidden in the Squalor, and this is the penultimate mission of the Finn campaign, which is the final campaign of Monaco. So we're going to continue on here as best we can, and hopefully try and complete it. So, onwards. We'll see what we can do here. How are they doing it, sir? You predicted every crime scene, and yet they walk away unscathed. You need not concern yourself with that, Candide. What I need you to do right now is trust me. Sir? We're going to need assumed names, passports. What for? We're going to Haiti, Candide. Sir? They'll hide in the squalor. Steal just enough to survive, and when they're done, they'll disappear for good. Why do we need to go under assumed names? Sir? Their man at Lyon is tracking us. They are playing us like marionettes. If we are to apprehend them, we must arrive in Haiti with no strings attached. Disappear into the slums of Port-au-Prince. Ready? Sure. Steal evidence times 7. Oh man, this place is nasty. Place is nasty, man. Don't want to be around here. Managed to avoid him somewhat. We're not going to avoid him forever though. Because of that. How many was it again? 7? We got 2. Oof. Okay, so this is gonna be a challenge. A big challenge. Okay. Maybe we won't be finishing it this episode. Oh man. This is insane. I just feel like the wrench would be the better choice. Ooh. Is that all? That respawns you with no remorse, does it? To this ground level. I don't want to use my one wrench. I hope we got everything from that top floor. I really hope we did, because we've already lost so many characters. Oh, there we go. So we've got 4 lives left. 4 lives left, and how many trophies? 2. We still need to collect 2 trophies, even so. Ooh, this is a challenge. And then we've got to escape on top of all of that too, which is even more of a challenge. There's just so many of these guys here, it is ridiculous how many there is. I see the two, yeah, they both are on here. Go for it, just go for it, it's easier. It's just easier to go for it than it is to really do anything else. There you go, we've got that. Now we just need to escape. I'm not sure where we escape from yet. That's the next thing we have to figure out. I'm guessing the dock, maybe? Yeah, that boat. Okay, so we've got to get to that boat now. I'm gonna try the locksmith, I guess.
Ici.
There we go, we did it. Okay. Oh, that was difficult. That was very difficult. Hey, we hit top of the daily ranks. Unlocked, Paris Forever. So Paris Forever is the final mission. Here we go. So I wonder if they're going to do a similar thing like they did in all the previous stories and make it different to these missions that we've done here. So that was definitely a tough mission. I'm expecting this to be incredibly hard. Almost unbeatably hard. So here we go. That's him. At the roulette table. Place your bets. That's the gentleman. You were right, they did come to Vegas. Stay close, Candide. This is our moment. Approach with me. Bets are in. Excuse me? Mon ami, you've finally arrived. Did you clean up the mess? Did you snip the threads to our past? Candide. Of course you did, mon ami. The inspector looks tired. Perhaps you could persuade him to sleep. Candide? It's you? Oh, it was him. It was him the whole time. Man, that's an interesting spin. I thought it was Voltaire, but it was his assistant. Say goodbye to the gentleman and his crew the only way you know how. Steal a small fortune. Of course, we can't just leave. That'd be just too... It'd just be too easy, wouldn't it? No. Let's continue here.
Je vais te tuer.
This is the VIP floor. You'd expect that we would encounter a trophy up here though, right? On the VIP floor. I guess not. Because the trophies are always somewhere that they're not going to have keys and things like that. Generally, from what I've seen. So... Underground vault. Oh, it'll be in there for sure. Has to be in the underground vault. There's one. Ooh, that looks a bit nasty to get access to. I'm sure I'm going to get access to that. We don't have a wrench, do we? No. The best bet we've got is this computer.
Je te tiens, scélérat. Je vais te tuer.
Ooh, we got away. We got away there, man. Oh, we were right there. Oh no. It seems like if we're going to be dealing with a lot of computer related stuff, the hacker would be the ideal choice.
Il y a quelqu'un? Attends, j'étais sûr d'avoir entendu quelque chose.
Get some viruses into some power outlets or something. Right here, just a bathroom. So we got one out of the secondary vault. It's the main vault we would have got access to. There's a sewage. Let's get one of these. Okay. Now. We need to get access to a computer if we can, or some sort of computer inlet. There was a computer up here, but I believe it was being protected by a guard. Oh, there was an inlet, that was what it was. Will he see us? No. Embarrassed if I go that far. Escape, so we need to get back to the street level for that, I'm pretty sure.
Qui va là? Arrête-toi, voleur!
I think we kind of rushed that a little bit there. There's the escape. Could do with those bandages. Really do with those bandages.
Je te tiens, scélérat.
Who would be the next best one to bring? The cleaner, maybe? One thing I wish that they'd implemented into this game, and I mean the development on it is finished now, so it won't get implemented, but one thing I really wanted to see was the ability to change characters dynamically. That would have been really great.
Qui va là?
If we'd have been able to dynamically see and change characters within a game. I mean, still keep the health and things like that, but you know what I mean, right?
Je vais te tuer.
Hold out, just hold out. There we go. Awesome. Didn't do too good on the coins front there. But that was the end. That was the final mission, and we've completed it. And it's funny, I should have mentioned that about being able to change characters, because we didn't spend too long needing to do these two missions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a couple of minutes just talking about my thoughts on the game, kind of like a post-mortem style that I usually do, before I end this series off here. So, Monaco, let me start with the positive things, is a great game. I think that it was very well designed, it was interesting, the story was very good, I love the gameplay, I think the top-down gameplay is very good. I like the idea that you could only see certain things at a time, put an interesting spin on it. I know this exists in other games, but this is the first game I saw that in, and I thought that that was an interesting, well-executed mechanic. I love the whole French Monaco theme they put on it, not common. I thought the missions were interesting and well laid out, especially these two here. These were very good. These were an interesting challenge. Finn, I'm not sure. half of it didn't seem that great. The final half got a lot better for me. I think the multiplayer option is really cool. The zombie mode was great as a nice addition. I love the idea that you can pick up different tools and weapons. The characters had different abilities. All three of them had, all of them had 3 unique abilities, which I thought was interesting. And they all had their place and use. Certain missions favoured certain characters over the other. I think a lot of them were favoured by the gentleman as opposed to everyone. So that may be an improvement I would look at, is some of them, probably too many of them, just favoured the gentleman, and it became a lot harder to complete if you killed him by mistake. But all the characters did have their own use, and as you saw there, even in the final mission, I was like, okay, we've got a lot of computer related stuff, let's use the hacker and things like that. That was, for me, the ideal choice. And I think that the way they took this game, the way that they developed it, was very good. Things that I would say that need to be improved, it's really hard to say because they're not going to anymore. As I say, I think the final missions here, especially these, didn't seem that great, but these definitely were. The overall game worked. It was cohesive. I liked the idea, and I thought that it worked really well. I like the different classes and weapons that you could get. I mean, that's the best way to define it. I think the storyline was well executed. This one here, the epilogue for the cleaner, I wish that wasn't so difficult. I think sometimes the difficulty in this game spiked a little bit too much in certain missions. So maybe tone it down a little bit, but it's really hard to do that while keeping it balanced in line, But overall, I really enjoyed the game. I don't know what it's worth on Steam right now, but I would encourage you guys to go out and buy this game if you haven't, if you're interested in this top-down type of stuff. It's well worth your time. I've sunk over 24 hours into this game total since I bought it, so it's definitely worth the time. I've actually played 27 hours, just looked at Steam here on my other screen. For me, with this game, I have replay value here. It does have that. I can now go back through and try and complete all the missions without dying, complete the missions multiplayer, collect all the coins, and do the zombie mode. So there's a lot to do here. Even still, for me, I might do some of this stuff on live stream sometime, because it is a game that, even though I finished my YouTube series with it, I'm not just going to sit there and leave in my Steam library never to touch again, because it is a worthwhile game to play. And there is a lot more that could be done. You can design your own level in the Mole's Workshop, which I thought was a cool idea. There's some nice community ones that I might give a go sometime, either on live stream or just, off camera. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. Unfortunately, it was broken up into a playthrough that lasted almost 2 years because of various gaps and breaks, so I'm sorry for that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this series and have enjoyed tagging along with me in this interesting adventure. Next up for me, other games wise, I am probably going to be starting Portal 2. It'll either be Portal 2 or Grand Theft Auto 3. Or it might be Far Cry. There's a lot of different games I want to play. I was thinking Portal 2 because I've already done Portal. We may start multiple new games. But my next main project is to finish Super Hostile Legendary. That's my next big project. This was a big project in and of itself to finish Monaco, and we've definitely done that. For me, off camera with this game, my objective is going to be to complete it multiplayer mode, complete the zombie mode, complete the various objectives, things like all the coins, and things like that, and complete each mission without dying, because there are achievements and stuff as well to collect. The Steam achievements I want to complete. There are 4 more achievements I believe I need to get before this game is finished for me completely, and even then I'd probably load this up and play it again at some point in the future just for the fun of it. It's always a game that I can sink some time into when I might be bored with whatever it is I'm doing, or I'm rendering a video, etc. So I'm rambling at this point, so I'll let you guys go. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I know I have, and it's going to be interesting not to have Monaco on my channel, but I'm glad at the same time I finally finished it. So hopefully I'll see you in another series somewhere else. This is going to be the end of the series for me. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we end, I wanted to show you guys this epilogue. Now, I thought that this was multiplayer based. You can still do it single player. You know what? Let me actually redo the story again, so you guys can see this. They're still out there, you know. They'll offer penance to whatever god they believe in, and they'll sin again. The scorpion can't escape his nature. Rats will eat their own. The epilogue is meant for multiplayer parties only. You can still play it single player. It's just a bit pointless. But I will show you this level really quick. There are no baddies here. This is a multiplayer mission, and I may do some multiplayer stuff on the stream at some point in this game, so you guys, if you're interested, will be able to tune into that. You are at a cathedral, basically, and you just need to collect as many coins as you can. It will keep throwing coins at you, and then you leave, basically. That's all the epilogue was. We didn't miss out on much there at all. And obviously the gentleman wins, so that's all there was to that. So that really is going to be it from me, guys. I hope you've had a good time, and I hope to see you in a new series sometime soon. So until then, see you later, and have a good day.